Greetings to everybody of Moss Bluff United Methodist Church and others who may be watching us as we get ready to make a time of transition here at Moss Bluff United Methodist Church. I have been appointed to Christ United Methodist Church in Shreveport, and that appointment will take effect on July 1st. So, as we know, one of the wonderful things I think about the United Methodist Church is that we're able to make transition from one pastor to the next in a fairly easy way. And there's not a call system and all that. It just, the bishop appoints someone to come in behind that pastor. And that is the case for Moss Bluff United Methodist Church, of course. The Reverend Allison Sikes will be the next pastor at Moss Bluff United Methodist Church, but there's going to be just a little bit of delay because she is with child, and that baby will be due any day now. And so for the in-between time, because she will take time off to spend with their new child, we will have the Reverend Reyn Sewell. So today I want to take the opportunity for you to be able to see and hear both of these pastors who will be coming next in the life of Moss Bluff United Methodist Church. And we're first going to start with the Reverend Reyn Sewell, so I'm going to bring him on. He will unmute himself. Good morning, Reyn. How are you?
Hey, Mark. Good morning, man. Doing all right.
Good to see you today. So, Reyn, you are going to be starting here on July 1st. Although you're not going to be the pastor, you actually are a pastor already, appointed somewhere. Where are you currently serving?
Yeah, so I'm just south of Moss Bluff. I'm currently serving as the associate pastor and the director of youth ministry here at Henning Memorial
Okay.
United Methodist Church. And I've been here for probably 10 months, maybe 11 months at this point. So, in the period where this whole area has been going through chaos and craziness,
Right.
geez, it feels like we can't catch a break down here in the
Right.
southwest
Yes.
corner of the state.
As we're taping this today, recording this today, we just Lake Charles area, just parts of it just experienced up to 15 inches of rain, and so we have serious flooding in Lake Charles. In addition to recovering from two hurricanes, so it has been crazy. But you'll be walking in here July 1st. And you will be serving and preaching on Sunday mornings and leading worship. But I understand you'll also be available at other times.
Yeah, definitely. So I think I've never done this before, so this will be new to
Which,
me.
right,
But as I understand it, my primary purpose will be pulpit supply, facilitating worship, preaching, that sort of stuff. But then I will, of course, also be available for any pastoral care needs or anything else that should arise if someone, maybe needs to talk to a pastor or whatever.
right, right.
Hmm.
Yes, and we do appreciate Henning Memorial and the Reverend Dr. Juliet Spencer for allowing you to be a part of this congregation as you are needed. And then your intention is to stay here through August. We don't know exactly how long that will be, but that's dependent on Allison and her situation. So, Reyn, you are originally from where?
Pineville.
Pineville. Yes.
Yeah, central Louisiana. That is
And,
what I consider home.
right. And did you attend the United Methodist Church there in Pineville?
I did, yeah. That would be my home church. Got a lot of love for that church for sure.
Okay.
And yeah, my story is, well, I won't go into detail because I actually plan to
Right.
share kind of my story and
Right.
a bit of my testimony during one Sunday at Moss Bluff. But yeah, I felt calling into ministry, not while I was attending Pineville, although, that was integral to my faith formation and
Right.
foundation. But it was actually in college when I received that calling. And yeah, wrestled with that like most people do, I think. But here
Right.
I am, it's been good.
Great. Great.
Mhm.
And you were just recently ordained.
Yes, yeah. And it's really, I should have been ordained almost like an entire year ago, I think. But the pandemic happened. And so,
Right.
it kept getting pushed back and postponed and all of these
Right.
different things. And so but yes, I finally got ordained, and that was a really special moment, a moment that I've been anticipating for a long time. Yeah.
Right. Well, I know that your presence will be appreciated here at Moss Bluff United Methodist Church, so I'm just going to bring Allison in our conversation as she will be the one who is officially appointed to Moss Bluff United Methodist Church, and so we're going to add her in here. She needs to. There she is. Welcome, Allison. How are you?
Hello, good morning, everybody. Ooh, sorry. Here's
There you
me.
go. Good to see you today. So, just to
Thanks, Mark.
reiterate the timeline real fast while we're all up on the screen, my last Sunday will be the June 6th. I'm taking then 3 weeks of vacation time, spending time with my mom in Florida and just getting ready to finish packing and make that transition up to Shreveport to Christ United Methodist Church. And then Reyn will be coming the first Sunday of July, which is July 4th. And then Allison will be coming behind that once her 12 weeks of maternity leave have ended. But we appreciate your presence today, Reyn. I know we've got lots of things going on in our world, so thank
Mhm.
you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for your time, and looking forward to meeting everybody in Moss Bluff.
All right.
Thank
You
you,
take
Ren.
care.
Cool.
All right. So, Allison, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Just awaiting baby Sykes with great anticipation. So that's
Right.
probably foremost on my mind, but certainly ramping up the excitement to join the people of Moss Bluff. And you're not too long from now. So
Right. And currently you are where?
currently, I am one of the associate pastors at Asbury United Methodist Church in Lafayette. I've been here, or at the end of my appointment time, I'll have been here for 5 years.
Right. And just a little bit of your background.
Sure.
Originally from Shreveport.
I am originally from Shreveport, so North Louisiana girl. I grew up mostly at Grace United Methodist Church there in Shreveport. So grew up sort of part of a new congregation as that congregation
Right.
grew up. So that was formative. And then after I left Shreveport, I went to Hendrix College for my undergraduate degree. Got a degree in urban studies and then a minor in religious studies, which led me to seminary. And I went to seminary at Candler School of Theology in Atlanta. And there's some other journeys in there I'm sure I'll
Right.
have some time to share with everybody, but
Right.
ultimately made my way back to North Louisiana to the Monroe area where I met my husband Brandon and was in ministry there for a year, and then to Lafayette, and now
Right.
to Moss Bluff.
There you go. In FYI, Hendrix College in Conway, Arkansas, is a United Methodist school.
Yes,
It's a
sir.
lot like Centenary
Mhm.
College there in
Very
Shreveport.
similar.
Yes. So, and now Brandon is also in the process of being a local pastor, and he's got
Yes,
an
yes,
appointment. He's got an appointment too.
yes. So we were very excited to be able to share that news. He will be serving starting July 1st, actually, as a part-time local pastor at Squires United Methodist Church up in Ragley. And we understand there's some fun history and connectivity between the two congregations. So that's a pretty cool story to
Right.
get to be a part of as well.
Right. Right. And so you anticipate moving in to the parsonage in Moss Bluff soon, around the beginning of July.
Yes, yes. we'll head over and sort of settle in for a few weeks, and he'll begin his appointment, and I'll finish out my leave and then begin ministry with everybody at Moss Bluff.
Okay. Okay. So what's one thing you're most passionate about in ministry, or some more than one thing if you have that, but
Sure, sure. It is kind of hard to name just one thing. I will say, much of my formation in life and in ministry comes through worship settings, through folks asking me to share my gifts and challenging me to discover more of what those are. And so I have a deep passion for worship in all sorts of settings and traditions. Really bringing out the creative gifts of God's people to worship our incredibly creative and wonderful God. And so I've had a lot of experiences in different settings, and love getting to be with people as we discern the best way to glorify God. So I love worship. It's
right.
important to me in my journey, and then sort of connected to that, certainly, but also spanning the breadth and the depth of congregational life is a passion I've kind of learned to love, which in being in ministry in varying congregations and communities is helping people find their own gifts and plug into ministry, whether that's in worship or in service or in teaching or in building something, whatever that might be, to help connect people to the ongoing work of the church and to see them thrive in that is one of my favorite things to do. So look forward to the ways we'll do that together at Moss Bluff.
Wonderful. And I know that the people of Moss Bluff United Methodist Church are looking forward to your arrival. They know that you are about to have a baby. When's the expected due date?
Should be sometime. So it 27, 28, 29 of May. So
Okay.
recognizing that's a date on the calendar, a little out of our control, but very soon, very soon.
Right. Right. Well, I know that you are looking forward to it, and you and Brandon both are looking forward to being a part of this congregation. And I know that that God will continue to bless this congregation, all the wonderful things they do here in the community and beyond. And God will bless you, your ministry, and Brandon's ministry. And so, hope that you will feel welcomed as you come into this space. Anything else that we need to know?
I'll just say first, Mark, thank you for all of your hospitality and to the congregation. From little bit I've had the opportunity to speak and meet with people, everybody's been so incredibly hospitable. I know they've been praying for us, and we certainly have been praying for you all in this season of so many things and of more transition. So just grateful for the grace that surrounds us all as we move through this and look towards the future. So thanks,
Wonderful.
everybody.
Wonderful. Yes. Well, I appreciate you and Reyn taking the time today in the midst of at least two of us having to pack and do all that stuff to get ready, and other things that happen in the season of life. So thank you for your time, and God bless, and I hope all goes well as baby Sikes comes into the world.
Thank you.
All right. You take care.
You too.